G'day guys, welcome back to another episode. You're watching Flashlight Crazy. Today my pocket carry is actually the light we're reviewing, so it's the Armytek Partner C2 in the warm emitter. I've been carrying this because it's great. It is slender and rugged. I think in the review I found a 10 meter drop resistant and 5 meters water resistant. Absolutely incredible light, but I like pocketing it because of how slender it is. And because of the warm tint. It's so beautiful. So activate it with the tail cap and then cycle with the side switch. It has low, medium and high, strobe and turbo, but you can turn strobe off if you don't like it, which I think is a genius move by Armytek, because having strobe in the rotation all the time might be a deal breaker for some people, and I don't blame you, but to be able to turn it off, brilliant. All right, let's check it out. All right, before we check out the light, let's just check out the box. So here it is. Looking pretty suave. I love the Armytek boxes there. Just pause the video if you want to check this out further. Otherwise, we will continue. Okay, so first things first, we have a holster and it can go in lens up like that. Very snug fit. Or, I'm sure, because of the size of the light, it can fit lens down as well. Yeah, it can, but I don't think it's designed for that. I think it is designed, it fits much more smoothly in the lens up carry. So that's how I would carry it. I don't do holsters, but if I did, that's how I'd carry it. Look, you've got a single loop here. I'm not crazy about the single loops just because, you know, if the stitching goes and gets worn out with wear and tear, then yeah, it's not really gonna, doesn't really seem like it's gonna hold for too much longer, actually, to be honest. If I give that a decent tug, you know, see that, it kind of looks like it's gonna rip off already, which, you know, is not great for a holster. Look, that's all bent out of whack now and stuff. So, you know, I expect better for the holster, to be honest. It's a great light. And the thing is, the reason why I expect better for the holster is because this light is tough as friggin' coffin nails. So this thing, I'll go over the specs, but this thing is so tough, man. It can be dropped from a high distance. It can withstand, I think it's like 10 meters underwater. So having such a tough, rugged light put in a holster that, you know, I mean, look at this, man, with a decent pull, I don't want to destroy it, but with a decent pull, that's going to come off. And, you know, it's just it's disappointing. Anyway, it is what it is. Now, we do get a pocket clip and a couple of spare O-rings. So I'll go ahead and install the pocket clip, seeing as we're here. So pocket clip is a lens down design, and oh, look at that. Smooth and that is strong. My God, that is strong. Wow, what an awesome pocket clip that is. And still very comfortable to hold, even with the pocket clip. So that's great. What a friggin' brilliant light. Couple of O-rings, as I said. Thank you very much. I'll put them back in the bag. And here is your charger. Bang, plug that into the wall socket, and then bang, plug that in there. Sometimes with Armytek chargers, you do need to back off the tail a bit so it charges properly, but just make sure it's solid red when charging and then green when fully charged. If it's flashing orange or something like that, there's a problem, and just kind of unscrew the back a little bit so it has a good connection or whatever. But that says that in the manual. And then here is the manual here. So Armytek Partner C2, brilliant light. It says here it's compatible with two CR123A lithium batteries as well, or you can use the provided 18650 3200 milliamp hour 3.7 volt lithium battery. It is a flat top, so it can take flat tops. And I'll go over all this anyway, but there's the user manual there. All right, let's get into the light. Okay, so unscrew the tail cap. And before I put the battery in, before I put the battery in, check that out. We've got a double O-ring here. So that is what is going to help you with your water resistance. Brilliant. Now, let me just zoom out because I think the focus gets all weird. Oh, you can feel it, man. The threads are so beautiful. You can feel it going over both of those O-rings, and that is just so secure now. You're not going to have any issues with water getting in that, I tell you what. And the head, I believe, is, yeah, you're not getting into the head. Okay, so we've got a smooth reflector. There it is. And we've got a warm emitter down there. So that produces a quite nice warm color. And if I just click, click that on, there it is. Then you'll see look at that, nice kind of almost orangey, beautiful, beautiful beam color that. Really nice for everyday carry. And now what you saw there was the tail cap activation, turning it on and off, but you can also momentary, which is just a half press like that. Really, really useful. Okay, so this light has a crenulated bezel, meaning if the light is on and you face it down, you can see that it's on, which is nice. It has a bright yellow side switch, which flashes or goes on green, showing you your battery level indicator when it's on. So if I turn that on, you'll see that it will just flash green, and that will, there it was up the top there. That's very bright in pitch black. The button is really nice, really responsive when you hit it, and very easy to find in the darkness. It's just very obvious that that's where the button is. I find as well, if you've got a pocket clip on it and you've got the pocket clip, like exactly reverse from where the button is, that, oh, okay, my finger's here back with the pocket clip. So if I just slide my thumb up, I'll find the button, which is what it is. But the problem is as well, not the problem, but the thing is about this light, you can't activate it from off with the side switch. You have to tail switch it and then activate. See that? So I'll go over that shortly, but that is the thing about this light. As I said, pocket clip's great because it is bulletproof. Probably one of, if not the most secure pocket clips I've ever experienced. It's just absolutely phenomenal. And I'll just try and get it off. There we go. So we can see the light without it. Very comfortable without it as well. Superbly comfortable. The neck here has some really deep heat sink areas. So that is going to do well for your heat dissipation. And then the body is very slender, not much thicker than an actual 18650 battery. Tail and head are much thicker than the body, makes for very comfortable holding, whether you're holding it like this or holding it like this. Now, I do like the way this light is set up. It does have a magnetic tail. However, it's not very good at going on your horizontal angle, so it won't stay there horizontally. It needs to be vertical. I have problems with that because vertically it is fine, horizontally it's not. And the way I see it is, if you're going to have a light that has a magnetic tail cap, why not make sure that the magnetic tail cap is strong enough to go horizontally as well? I don't think having a magnetic tail cap limited to vertical only is the best option. I think if you're going to do it all the way, or don't bloody do it at all. That's what I think. What else can I say about the make? Look, the finish on this is beautiful. It's like a matte finish, really, really nice to hold. It feels honestly rugged as all hell. Very strong light. Armytek make very, very, very strong lights, guys. Just pretty much bulletproof, to be honest. They are absolutely amazing. Now, the weight of it without the pocket clip, but with the battery, and I'll throw the pocket clip on afterwards, but the weight without the pocket clip with the battery is 114.8 grams, and then with the pocket clip is 118.8. So the pocket clip's 4 grams. From head to tail, we've got 12 centimeters long. Face width is 25.36 mil. Body width is 21 mil. Oh, just beautiful. And the thickest area of the tail is 25.4 mil. So great light, really great light for everyday use, I believe. It could be used for all sorts of things, but really a great everyday use light. And the functions of it are pretty cool too, man. So if you click the tail switch, bang, it turns it on. And then side switch goes from low, medium, high, like that. But then from anywhere, if you press and hold, it ramps up to turbo, really, really quickly. So that's a really impressive piece of UI. I love how, from anywhere you can just turbo it. And then if you single click it, it goes back to where you were before you turboed. So, you're looking around, just looking wherever, and you've got it on the lowest output, and you're like, oh shit, what's that? Just press and hold, and it goes bang. And then, oh no, we're good, single click, back to what you were doing. So I love that about this light. It's really a cool piece of UI. As you can see, it's a hot spot and spill light. If I just get it to a bit higher, hot spot and spill light. So you've got a really nice hot spot, beautiful bleeding around here, great color temperature, and enough spill to see your surroundings as well, which you'll see in the night shots. It's really, really useful spill. And let's see here. So so being a reflector beam, you're not going to get a lot of light directly from under you. It's all going to be out in front of you. And obviously the higher off the ground you go, the further away that spill area begins. So it's not a light designed to see right in front of you unless that's where you're pointing. Okay. So if you're pointing out straight, you're not going to have light underneath you. It's all going to be out there. That's the point of a reflector beam. Single click on the tail cap, turns it off. As I said before, you can half click the tail button and then let go, and that's just a momentary. So if you're out with this light, you don't need constant on, you just half press, then let go, and it turns off. Great function, the momentary, I love it. Now, if you want to add or take away strobe, from off, press the side button, and then click the tail cap. And then what that's gonna do is enable strobe. Okay, so now I've got strobe in the rotation. So I've got low, medium, high, strobe. Low, medium, high, strobe. And then if I don't want strobe anymore, I turn the light off, press the side switch, and then turn it on. And now low, medium, and high does not have strobe anymore. So to be honest, I kind of like strobe. I'm gonna re-initiate strobe. So again, from off, side switch, tail cap, and then low, medium, and high strobe. I think it's cool to just have strobe in the rotation depending on what you're doing. If you've got the light on, you've got it on low and something happens, 1, 2, 3, bang, strobe. If you've got the light on medium and something happens, 1, 2, strobe. And if you've got the light on high and something happens, it's a single click to strobe. And that strobe is very full on and disorientating, actually. Look at that. That's really a serious strobe, man. So love that about this light. It's a great light. Now the max output of this is 1020 lumens, and that's going to go for 235 meters, and then you'll get that for 2 hours and 10 minutes. However, the light will step down to 460 lumens after 2 minutes. So you get the turbo for 2 minutes. But so I'll just get you to turbo, press and hold. So that's that turbo you'll get for 2 minutes, 1020 lumens. But if I go down here, that is your 45 lumen output that you get for 28 hours, people, 28 hours, amazing. Then if I cycle up, that there is your 140 lumens, which you'll get for 9 hours and 25 minutes. And that there is your 320 lumens, which you'll get for 3.5 hours. Strobe you'll get for 3 hours and 45 minutes, but it'll drop down to 460 lumens after 20 minutes. So you get 20 minutes of that. God, that is crazy, man. Well done, Armytek, with that strobe. It's one of the best, most disorientating strobes I've ever used. You can submerge this to 5 meters, not 10, my apologies. You can submerge this to 5 meters, but you can drop it from 10 meters. So drop this off a friggin' second story building and you're good to go. And 5 meters underwater and you're still good to go. That's pretty incredible. It can use 2 CR123 batteries, but please, people, do not try and charge this light with CR123 batteries in it. That could be disastrous. Now, let's just get it to turbo and feel if it gets hot. I don't remember it getting hot out in the night shots, but we'll just feel if it does. So right now, the head is relatively warm, but not hot or uncomfortable. The body is fine, absolutely fine, staying really nice and cool. If I grab the head again, definitely warming up, but nothing too crazy. So look, I would assume that this light is definitely going to step down at the right time because it is heating up. It's starting to get quite warm. I'm not going to put it hot yet, but quite warm. But I can feel that it's going to go the way of hot. I feel like because of how quickly it is heating up, and the intensity of that, it is going to get quite hot. But remember, after, 2 minutes, it will drop down to 460 lumens. So yeah, that's starting to get borderline uncomfortable. So you bring it back here and it's fine. And then single click brings it down to whatever you were in beforehand. Press the tail button, turns it off. There we go. All right, let's go to the night shots and then we'll come back for some final thoughts, prices, and where to buy the Armytek Partner C2. Great light. See you in a sec. All right, here we go, the Partner C2. Look at that. So you turn it on from the tail switch and then that's the lowest, or that's low. And again, single click, and again. But what I love is from anywhere, press and hold, and it just ramps straight up to high, and you can let it go at high, and then it stays on high. And that's a really, really cool beam. Beautiful color temp too. Tough as nails light, compact, very useful. And then click down all the way to the bottom. So low, medium, high, low, medium, high. But then press and hold and it goes up to the top. Really cool. And I can see a fair way away. Love this light. Really light too, as in weight-wise, not heavy. Really, really cool. Oh, not bad reach as well. And as I said, just tough as anything. Great light. Well done, Armytek. I'm a massive Armytek fan, guys. Massive Armytek fan. They are friggin' awesome. They make proper lights. All right. See ya. Oh, now can't turn it off from the side switch. Got to turn back. Boom. All right. See ya. All right, so I'm going to link this at the Armytek website, and it's going for $70 US. I think that's not a bad price at all for something like this. But I'll also link lightshop.com.au, which has a large Armytek range. I don't think they have the C2 Partner yet, but they've got a large range, so I'll link them as well. But now, in terms of final thoughts, okay. Beam shots, very impressive. Color temperature, very impressive. The fact that it can use two CR123s, very impressive. So that's tick, tick, tick. The fact that it can turn off your strobe, bloody brilliant. The one thing I do wish is, well, I think the holster was pathetic. That's number one. The one thing I do wish though is that I wish you could turn it on and off from the side switch. I feel like sometimes with lights that do the old tail cap turn off and then side switch cycle, I think how much more difficult would it be to be able to turn it off and on from the side switch? If it's very difficult, okay, but at the same time, some companies do it. And what I've noticed is my favorite setup with a tail switch and a side switch is to be able to function from both of them, but the tail cap is turbo only. So that means you can hold the light with the side switch, turn it off, turn it on, change outputs, whatever you want, fantastic. But then if you want turbo, you know all you got to do is click the back and that's it. I think that's a better system, to be honest. Now, I do love some things about this system. I love the fact that when it's on, you press and hold and it ramps up to turbo immediately. I love that. I also love the fact that you can turn on or off strobe. I think that's great. And then from turbo, I forgot to say that you just single click and it goes back to what you're at. I think that's really, really clever. But, you know, if you want to turn the light off from this angle, you got to then be like, oh, okay, if you've only got one hand, you're holding the phone or whatever, only got one hand. Okay, now I've got to change this, turn it off. Okay, cool. Oh, I need the light, turn it on, change, grips, cycle. I just think it makes it a little bit more uncomfortable or awkward to use. That's all. But apart from that, this is a banger of a light, really. Like I said, it's been in my pocket today. It is seriously so strong, so durable, which I love. You drop this out of your pocket from the car, not even going to blink twice. And the tint, the warm tint's really great. All right, so I will link this in the description, as I said. I think Armytek gave me maybe a 10% or 15% discount code, which I'll put in the comments if you're interested in it. And if you're interested in a pretty robust, durable EDC light, have a look at this. Might be your pick of the litter. All right, thanks very much for watching, guys. Until next time, stay cool and stay safe. See ya.